And my Chris Benoit shirt is this family friendly.
Only thing they see is the rabbit. I think we're good. And now we are officially live, so they didn't even hear what we were just talking about pre-pod. So we're all Gucci gravy. And this is, for the second night in a row, a bonus episode of Bumps and Bruises. Last night I covered the 2025 Elimination Chamber predictions, hot takes, and maybe even potential spoilers. I'm sorry, Paul. But now, this is speculating on night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania 41. I'm going 5 to 6 matches each night. Obviously, we know Triple H ain't going over 6. I might be pipe dreaming, even thinking he's going over 5. But because of it being WrestleMania, I do believe that it can be 6 a night. However, if one of these gets scrapped, then it gets scrapped. However, Triple H, I might be giving you the blueprint right now if you're changing plans. But let's see what Scotty Two Stone thinks, because on that note, thank you to Scotty Two Stone for joining me in the Inspiration Station on this blessed, wonderful, beautiful, sleepless Saturday morning, depending on what time zone you might be located in. But no, thank you for joining us and pulling up a chair to this bonus episode of Bumps and Bruises.
Hold on there, dude. I thought we were talking about AEW Revolution, brother.
AEW Revolutions. Now that's next Sunday, dude.
Oh.
And that's a whole separate, entire Bumps and Bruises episode I got to do next week, dude. But you can feel free to join me on that one too, brother.
Okay, brother.
But on that note, how about if we just dive right into it? We're going to be starting with night 1 of WrestleMania 41. Obviously, we got Elimination Chamber tomorrow. So who knows? I might be looking like a genius come April 21st after both nights are over. Or people might be sending me to the mental asylum thinking that I need professional help. It's going to go one of the two ways, and I feel you're going to help decide my fate tonight, because there's nobody that I know that knows wrestling more than Mr. Scotty Two Stone himself. So once again, thank you for pulling up a chair with me to pretty much debunk everything that I'm looking forward to, which is what I feel like might go down.
I'm going to completely agree with you, dude.
You're going to shoot on me and all of a sudden turn babyface. Gotcha. Well, let me light this cigarette Clinton, and I'm going to kick it off with this.
Babyface heel, brother. I'm Big Show.
So this is the part where it gets a little bit tricky for me. Only because I have to try to factor in what the main event's going to be each night and where these matches are going to fit. Because I feel like there's just a couple of matches in here that I just don't know where they'd be located based on what I have as one of my main events. So here goes nothing. First off, to start off, this match that I'm about to say would steal the entire show for the weekend for me. So if they start here, I don't care what happens afterwards. I'm a happy man with WrestleMania. How do you feel about TLC Tag Team Titles match, DIY versus the Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns? And then I'll even take it a step further. Motor City Machine Guns get the W. What do you think? Am I way off? Am I near a bullseye? Am I nowhere even at the board?
I mean, that's your only tag teams you have, basically.
And I think right now, the way that they've been having and showcasing them on SmackDown, I think that's a very good possibility. Because they're getting W's on each other. And that shit gives me the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and Dudley vibes.
Absolutely.
The Arias Santino would say, the Hardy Boy! Continue.
Absolutely, man. That's probably the only option for that, because they're running out of tag teams.
But now, what do you think of the TLC stipulation?
To open the show, I think you're wrong.
To open the show, you think I'm wrong. Okay. But you like the match.
When's the ladder match ever been opener of a show? A curtain jerk?
Well, when I tell you the rest of the show for me, I think
my God, everyone's going to have some stupid, crazy stipulation, ain't it?
No.
Okay.
No. In fact, that's actually one of my only stipulation matches.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see what you guys think as well. Please hit that subscribe button and drop those comments.
Stipulation match last year.
I'd have to
tell you,
try to recall
Triple H booking, Street Profits ain't winning.
And that's actually goes with my Motor City Machine Guns win, because right now the Street Profits are the tag team champion. No, they're chasing the belts, I believe. Or no, they might have them actually.
How the fuck do you not know? This is your thing, dude.
Well, it's those. That's what I mean, though. Is like they keep going over on each other. Like they're taking clean pins.
WWE wrestling do you watch a week?
I watch quite a bit.
Exactly. You don't know who the champion is because they're hot potato in that belt.
I have to worry about 25 AEW belts. Sometimes I get lost with those.
Well, but you're WWE, Mark. I'm the AEW, Mark. I like dying companies, dude. I like watching shit die.
You're stealing my gimmick, brother.
I'm a sadist.
Who buys those pay-per-views? I do. But
Well,
for my second match,
true,
though,
that's true.
so maybe I'm missing the mark on one of these being my opener, but I'm going in my order. In second, I got Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul. What do you think?
Why Logan Paul?
He's got to face somebody.
Shit match.
He's got to face somebody. I mean,
granted, they're all in a feud where they don't know who they're feuding with.
It is heel versus heel in that situation.
I say John Cena and Logan Paul. Especially after he just pulled that Cena fake out, coming out dressed as Cena. Sets up that feud. Cena's going to be a face. He's a full-time wrestler, you know.
Oh, yeah, he's a full-time wrestler. He's doing live events. But now, I feel like Drew pins Cena and wins the Elimination Chamber. Now, that's something. That's an interesting comment from the chat. Appreciate you, Nolan. Drew pins Cena and wins the Elimination Chamber and then goes, what, corporate? Cody turns it down. Rock-ass Drew. Corporate Drew versus Cody. I could see that. There's a world where that happens.
Absolutely.
I ain't going to rule that out. I just feel like, and you'll see where the rest of the card goes, as don't worry, Cena is on my card, and you guys probably aren't going to like it. You certainly won't. But I got Drew versus Logan. Drew goes over.
See, I got Logan versus Cena.
And you go Logan Cena. Who goes over?
Who goes over? Different. Oh, fucking Logan. He ends Cena's career, like WrestleMania career, with an L. Even propelling him even further as a heel.
That sounds a little far-fetched, though, don't it?
Why?
Cena's going to lose his last WrestleMania? The man hasn't won a match in, like, almost, I forget how many days. It's like over 2,000 days, if I'm not mistaken.
How many matches has he had in 2,000 days?
It's like 5. But, like, neither here nor there. For my third match on night 1 of WrestleMania, once again, going in order, I got Solo versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob goes over. Solo Sangola.
So Solo's dead.
I mean, he already is.
Okay.
I know he just attacked Cody after SmackDown, but I mean,
that career.
Don't get me wrong. Solo's funny. He's entertaining in the ring, but just not enough. I mean, Jacob Fatu literally outshined him before he even stepped in the ring.
Is this where another one debuts?
Oh, God. Zilla?
Yeah.
Feel like Roman interrupts The Rock, and they have a tribal combat at WrestleMania. Oh, you're going to love me, brother. You're going to love me. Let me cook. Let me keep the skillet hot. Let me keep going because we're getting there.
That sounds like a main event of night 1.
Spoiler alert, that's my night 2. But it has stipulation that involves tribal combat. So we're going to get there. No one's thinking like I'm thinking. I'm thinking we got a great mind here. For my fourth match on WrestleMania night 1, here we go. Women's title. Now, I have to erase the first name that I had because it was Io Sky. And Io, obviously, is facing Rhea on Monday for the belt. I love Io Sky, but she's not going to win. Love Damage Control. But I got Rhea versus the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber match, which I elaborated on the last Bumps and Bruises episode, which was last night, which is on YouTube if you guys haven't got to see that yet. Which I got Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. Rhea Ripley wins. But it's a bad match. What do you think of that?
Are you sure they're done with the Liv Morgan feud?
Yes, they have to be. She's a women's tag team champion. We can't exhaust this feud any more than we already have.
What's Raquel Rodriguez fucking with?
Her and Liv are the women's tag team. But I think that I don't actually quite know who they're gonna end up having.
But yeah, that should be their best feud because you got two like big people. Two workers.
Oh, Rhea, Roxanne.
Yeah, they're bigger. They're on the bigger side of the muscular women.
And Roxanne.
Yeah, she ain't winning.
No, she ain't winning. But it'll be a great match. Roxanne will look like $1 million.
Double champ. That's for winners.
Yeah, no chance.
When's the last double champ there been? I rest my case.
Roman?
I guess. That'd be the closest.
Off the top of my head, Roman. Now for the World Heavyweight title, but now wait, this is where we get a little tricky. Not the main event. So not the main event, the co-main event. What we got from the chat? I think Jay's going to pull a Shawn Michaels and fight with Liv and Rock, then turn around and punch Bianca and reveal she's the one who attacked her leading the Mania. I like you. I agree with that. And I'm getting there. I love that. So
he's writing the card for you. Bro.
He is. World title. He's doing this better than me. He's the host right now. World title match. Gunther versus Jey Uso. Yeah. Oh, it's the Good Brother Stone. It's the Good Brother Stone. I wasn't familiar. I wasn't hip. To the last name. My bad, brother. So, Gunther versus Jey. I'm going with and we have a new world champion. Now, here's where we're going to get a little bit crazy. So, you got to rock with me, all right? Everybody rock with me.
How many super kicks?
In Gunther versus Jey?
Yeah.
10 plus. Over 10. Over 10. Oh. I see the 2 super kick spots where he does like the 1, 2, and just knocks him further and further back until he hits the ropes and hits a 5th. And I feel like that's going to happen twice. So I'll go 10 over for sure. Or 9 over, really. This is where you guys are going to love me because I'm hot take Tuker. I can feel my fucking blood boiling just coming up with it, but in a good way. Fatal 4-way, Fatal 4-way match for the WWE Championship. Oh, yeah. Follow me. Because I got Cena winning the chamber. Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus John Cena. And hear me out. John Cena goes over.
So he can...
and wins the 17th title in a fatal 4-way.
AEW at this point? Let's put Bryan Danielson a champion who's going to wrestle less than a year, brother.
We got Stone going, I don't know. I think we could also have the Rock Bottom, Cody, insert himself, Cody versus Rock, and the winner of the Elimination Chamber is added to the WWE Championship. I mean, that goes with how it ends up with a fatal 4-way for me. But then we got Night 2 of WrestleMania 41. Again, we're going in order from start to finish. Hear me out. In order. Now, this is my second dream match of the card. To start off Night 2, give me Penta, Cerro, Metal versus 619, Mr. Rey Mysterio. And Penta goes over with Rey Mysterio subliminally passing the torch. And they put on a 5-star fucking banger.
Wasn't Rey supposed to pass that torch to Andrade?
Look, you know I agree that Andrade's a great wrestler. But you also got to agree with me that Penta's got a bigger push in 3 weeks than Andrade's got in 3 years. I haven't seen an Andrade shirt behind that merch stand. They got 2 for Penta. 2. Hoodie and a t-shirt.
I can't believe they let him keep his name.
Andrade doesn't even have a fucking Funko. Well, Penta versus Rey, though, didn't happen in WWE. That's the other thing. That, ball. Stone knows ball. And Rey did pass the torch to him. So that also goes with my point, is that they're going to want to do that on a mainstream level. Especially with all the fans that Penta has gained. I mean, he's a top 5 merch seller in the company. Fuck, even I bought a t-shirt when I went to
They're going to try to do Rey versus Penta like he said. They're hoping for Lucha Underground greatness, but they're going to get fucking AJ versus fucking Shinsuke greatness at WrestleMania.
See, and I really hope that doesn't happen. Like, I really sincerely hope that does not happen.
Hear me out. So. Yeah, I really think that they're hoping for that great Lucha Underground match that they had, but they fuck it up when we get that AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura from, I can't remember what WrestleMania.
I can't remember what WrestleMania either. It went over like a lead balloon. Stone goes, they have a Raw Tag championship and Penta needs a partner or it's a 3-way ladder match and then brings in Ray Phoenix and then
They buy out Ray Phoenix's contract.
And buy out Ray Phoenix's contract.
Okay.
Get the Lucha Bros involved. I think we're a little bit away, though, from Ray Phoenix because you still got to deal with the injury issue.
He's healthy.
Oh, he's going to go?
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was that
him.
AEW added injury time.
Yeah, because he got hurt past. Have you not seen him wrestle? He is
one of my favorite tag team matches of all time is the steel cage against the Bucks. With the thumbtack and the boot.
See, they just had it at the time. But what I'm saying is that guy's injury prone because of how crazy his moves are. Dude, I've seen him launch like 5 foot away from people.
He was doing some shit in that steel cage where I'm like, man, you're just dancing along the lines of breaking your feet. But
well, he's not Edge, so he didn't break his leg.
Yeah, he also didn't jump fucking 15 feet with his legs fucking flat. What do you think was going to happen, you asshole? I love Edge, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I just don't see them getting Ray Phoenix. I see Tony Khan being that petty right now.
Oh, he should be.
Because he has that frat.
Dude, he literally just got a chant on NXT going, Tony fumbled.
Yeah,
when
Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints, my bad. I have Malachi Black versus Seth Rollins in a situation where Cody was a couple years ago. Oh, like Seth does an open challenge thing. He's not being left off the card. Now comes Malachi Black.
I see something like that happen. Like
I mean, they did say that Malachi Black could appear imminently.
Yeah, because everyone in AEW release is free to go, basically. Like, Miro's going to appear
Which
somewhere.
I like that.
Like, Miro's going to make an appearance somewhere. What happens if Malachi Black interferes with the fucking Elimination Chamber and fucking costs us Rollins? And that builds that feud.
Lights go out?
Yeah. Because you know Malachi Black's going to get a
big moment. That was one of Triple H's boys.
He's going to get that dark gimmick. So you could do a lights out.
I actually remember when WWE initially released Malachi
I just
Black.
hope he don't get stuck in the fucking Wyatt 6 bullshit because he has a spooky gimmick and Wyatt 6 is
No, you'd have to replace at this point because Alexa's the official 6th.
Okay.
That goes with my Fatal 4-Way, but he says Seth versus Punk. They're going to run back the Netflix match.
Yeah.
Could be. I that crossed my mind. He said maybe add Roman. I know that triple threat's been circulating.
The Royal Rumble spot.
My thing, though, is what about Punk's, like, how Punk ended up in that Fatal 4-Way was him telling Paul to call in a favor to have Roman Reigns, which we'll get there, but handle The Rock. For my second match, though, on night 2, I'm going Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton wins. What do you think?
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton? Kevin Owens wins.
No. Because I have Sami Zayn beating Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber.
Why? Because
Randy Orton comes out and RKO's Kevin.
I see Kevin winning that feud. How many times is he going to lose a feud?
He says KO versus Sami Zayn Hell in the Cell on WrestleMania.
I like that.
That could be.
They have great match, but I've seen that match so many times.
Yeah. I mean, well, today's the unsanctioned, depending on where you're located. Which, as you know, doesn't necessarily need to be the payoff. I mean, that would almost mean I wonder if Kevin Owens comes out and tries to squash Sami Zayn. Kind of like how he did with Randy. It was supposed to be a match, but then he squashed him and gave him the package pile driver. However, though, I do have Randy Orton getting that W. You said KO, though, if it comes to that.
Yeah.
But we also like KO versus Sammy. Well, all right.
I don't really like it, only because I've seen it so many times.
Oh, you're just over it in general?
Just them two going against. They're great.
I mean, it is a banger, though, every time, no?
Yeah, it's great matches, but
at some point, you do feel like they're probably just doing some of the same shit.
They're good work. They're both great workers. Storytelling workers.
Yeah.
In the ring.
And they both don't mind putting their bodies on the line for some fucking high spots and extreme bumps.
They're like the Bret Hart of wrestling.
They're like Bret and Owen? Yeah, I mean, Bret put his body on the line the moment he fucking stepped in that ring with Goldberg.
So did Owen. He took that
now,
plunge.
See, to take a quick little pit stop here, Stowe made a great point. Oh, yeah, I'd be for that. I love some LA Knight, but what are we doing with the US and IC title? You know what? I don't even know if Triple H knows. So for me to try to figure this out with Scotty Two Stone's difficult. I think Braun Breaker will end up having a match on night 2 of WrestleMania. Possibly, but I don't have it. I have it as a maybe. And if it happens, I have Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Sheamus wins.
They're giving Braun a ladder match.
See, I saw that there was something in the works of there might be a multi-man Braun Breaker match, but like, I just don't know with who. Kaiser, Penta, Sheamus, Braun.
Yeah, you can get rid of that Rey Mysterio match and put Braun Breaker and Penta. Put Kaiser in there.
And Butch and Sheamus. Okay.
Not all of them, but.
Now, wait a minute. If we do 6-man here, this could actually be something that they're building towards based on Raws. You'd have Pete Dunne, Butch, Ludwig, Penta, Sheamus. Now, wait a minute. Braun Breaker. I'm going to sound crazy here, but can I throw Rey Mysterio as the 6th? You still get Penta Rey.
Jesus Christ, man. Let that go.
No.
Let that one go.
You're saying put that one in the pipe dream bin? It's in the manatee tank?
Just, I don't want to see it. I'd rather see this ladder match. Jeff.
Whoa, the Hardy Boy. Jeff Hardy, 6-man.
I can see that. Just a random person joining because it's a ladder match. Jeff makes sense.
All right, we'll give him some Percocet and booze, brother. He'll jump off that ladder, dude. He'll be fine by the time he gets to the back.
TNA don't need him.
Welcome to WWE, brother. We don't care how much you drink behind the wheel over here, dude. But when you get caught, we got to let you go, and we'll sign you 3 years later. He did, yeah. He does want, like, one proper send-off. Which, by the way, shout out Jeff Hardy and his sobriety. I really hope that doesn't sound like I was mocking it. Of course, I wish the best for Jeff Hardy. Nothing but love for the fucking charismatic enigma. Of course, you know I don't mean anything negative by that. But to go into the 3rd match of the night, let's kill him softly with the ladies match that I think could be a potential sleeper.
Charlotte, too.
No, almost. I think Bianca Belair turns heel, and that's who attacked Jade Cargill. And we get Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Jade goes over. Jade wins. What do we think? Way off, bullseye?
Okay, I can see how you're building that feud. I don't know if I'd put Jade Cargill on the main stage. I hope she's practiced a lot and not took vacations.
Bullseye.
I would now. I'd put that on the pre-show.
But do
you really want all them eyes? You're the world's biggest stage of wrestling.
Yes, prove yourself. Yeah.
And then Jade Cargill go out there and just do Jade Cargill.
Tell Jade, look, you had a bad run of some botches.
No, she needs more practice, and she needs.
But
more,
that's what I think she did. Like I think she put that work in. Like I think she's good to
take
go.
Vacations, like she was supposed to be doing.
I think she's good to go.
Okay.
I don't think that they would trust her with that spot if she didn't deserve it.
That's a good
I think the
point.
Wyatts get in the chamber and screw over Alexa. Now that would be interesting.
Turning her evil.
But I feel like Alexa though is the leader right now of them. Especially.
Well, Howdy's the leader.
But Alexa's making it sound like Uncle Howdy's got to take a step back. She's in charge, at least based on one of her recent promos.
Okay.
Which then also leads me to a very interesting match because I think we're not only dealing with a heel Bianca, I think we're dealing with a heel Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, WrestleMania Night 2. What do you think?
Okay, that match can get the fuck off that card too.
Whoa! We don't like Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Why is that?
That's the best match you could think of?
For Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross? You got to make Karrion Kross look credible.
Who's the U.S. champ?
Who is the U.S. champ? Shinsuke.
He's not going to have a match?
Fuck no. I don't think they'll put him on. They haven't put him. He's only defended the title once since he won it.
Well, I'm saying you can't.
If anything, Braun Breaker's on the card. Shinsuke's not on the card if that belt's around his waist.
You gotta lose a
If
match.
that belt's around LA Knight's waist, then we have a whole different conversation. And LA Knight is very much so on the card as the U.S. champion.
LA Knight's getting ready to eat a fucking boot and take a pin.
No, LA Knight's going to be facing Shinsuke Nakamura next Friday on SmackDown for a rematch at the U.S. title. And he's going to win that and potentially go into WrestleMania holding that belt.
No.
He said wins the title back, then faces Drew at Mania for the title, which goes with Stone's Drew versus LA Knight.
Drew fucking eats a boot from Drew and takes that pin.
No, he is not getting Claymored. Drew is facing Logan Paul on night 1. I already said that.
He's eating that Claymore.
Sounds crazy when I say it. I just hope I'm right.
It's your time.
For the follow-up to Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. See, we should just be in the writing room. I agree. Yeah, we definitely... That AEW writers room's got a tumbleweed, brother.
They book like an independent show, brother. And I've seen a bunch of indie shows.
They're like, we're going to send Thunder Rosa out there with a chair. Those two are going to know what to do. Oh, shit, dude. They didn't know what to do.
It's just WWE. That's a different promotion, brother.
Whole different promotion. We got to run things by Bruce Pritchard. I just talked like Mike Tyson. But for the next match, we got Charlotte Flair versus Tiffy Time. I think Tiffany Stratton wins.
Okay.
To hit Max tomorrow. Oh, yeah. They're loading more AEW old pay-per-views in, and I'm fucking pumped for that, too, to go back to that Young Bucks Lucha Bros match. I'm really pumped to go watch that one.
What pay-per-view was that?
2021.
2021 what?
Double or Nothing.
Oh,
I think.
You say so.
I want to say so. I hope. I'm probably way off. But I got Tiffy Time, though, winning and retaining. What do you think of that? Or do you think Charlotte gets that W?
Triple H like Charlotte, brother.
See, that's why I want to say Tiffy Time, though, because, like, at some point we got to end that, right?
The greatest female wrestler
Charlotte
of all
Flair
time.
can't just come back, win the
She's
Royal
the
Rumble,
Hulk
and win the
Hogan
belt.
of the women's division.
But for
She's
what?
Hold on there, dude. I'm taking that belt back, brother.
Does she sell merch? No.
Do women sell merch?
Some, yeah. I bought an Alexa Bliss Funko.
You putting a belt on Alexa Bliss?
No.
I rest my case. You don't put belts on people that you buy merch for, basically.
Remember when Kenny came back and won the Trios title with the Bucks? That's my favorite time of AEW. Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy abuse of creative control, but I do agree that that was an awesome moment. My favorite personal moment, though, is when MJF won the Burberry.
I liked it all the way up until Kenny Omega versus Hangman for the world title. Then after that, Tony Khan's like, fuck booking, we did enough.
He's like, we figured it out, and we're just going to keep rolling with it.
He has Mandy Rose versus Tiffy.
Mandy Rose versus Tiffy time. First off, we'd have to get a contract on Mandy Rose. Second off, Mandy Rose is making 7 figures posting booty on OnlyFans. So I really don't think that we're going to see Mandy Rose back, which, by the way, all respect to OnlyFans, all respect to all of those models and amazing, sophisticated women that choose to perform on those platforms. Shout out Mandy Rose and all that.
Hold on there, dude. I know you sell feet pic on OnlyFans.
Anybody who would want a picture of my feet immediately needs to get the fucking chair. Because nobody knows what this right toenail be looking like, but it's not able to be shown on camera. So you can just let your imagination wander, all right? But it's not good. I haven't seen all of AEW. That's why I'm excited for the match. Oh, yeah, dude. That'll be awesome catching up on it. I mean, I watch Dynamite Weekly and Collision. It's a rocky road to be on, but I think it is worth it in the end. I'm looking very forward to AEW Revolution and also sharing my predictions next week on that as well. I will be sharing next Wednesday night, by the way.
I watched AEW Dynamite religiously until for the first 3 years. And then their booking team's like, we don't need to book.
They're like, we'll just throw some darts at the wall and see what sticks.
We'll just let the talent run wild.
Let the inmates run the asylum.
We'll let CM Punk just bury the fucking talent and everyone on pay-per-view social. We'll let young Jungle Boy, 22-year-old, not 22 years in the business like CM Punk, rile CM Punk up.
Which he did. Now, though, for the craziest, hottest, boldest, potentially the craziest spoiler I could ever give. My main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania 41, you've heard it from your ultimate sensei, El Tucretente first. In a best out of 3 falls match. So a 3 stages of hell. In order, we got Rock versus Roman Reigns, the final boss, Mama Rhodes, versus the big dog, the tribal chief. The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Best 2 out of 3 falls match. To start, we got a singles match. Secondly, we got a tribal combat match. And then third, we have a bloodline rules match. And here's the craziest part of it all. The final boss goes over.
Okay,
What do you think?
Here goes the craziest part. What's the difference between a bloodlines match and a tribal?
Tribal combat is that no bloodline can get involved. Bloodline rules is anybody can get involved.
Okay. Hardcore match. Twice. Check.
Yeah. But with stipulations. Because on the last one.
Okay. Anyway, but
he literally said that's what I was typing. Great minds think alike.
But here goes this one thing, though, dude. I thought Rock wanted Cody's
soul. You got to watch the wording of that. Because the way he put his hand on Cody's face, it could have meant the other thing. He wanted Cody's soul. But Cody's going to say, no, you're not getting it.
Fucking Roman's going to make Rock quit.
Last match has to be an I quit, and The Rock says, I quit?
Yeah, that makes the most sense. I agree with this guy. The Rock quits wrestling right then and there almost.
Scotty Two Stone meets Stone.
I'm just saying because he quits. Roman sends him back to Hollywood. Back to being a fucking behind the desk guy.
And then we can forget about seeing The Rock on television for a while.
Yeah. Give him a couple years off because he made some money. Makes Roman look even like a bigger star without having a belt. He don't really need to look like a bigger star, but he gives him that shot.
I actually like that. Because now I see what you did there. I'm sticking to my guns, damn it.
I don't like
but I like what you said.
I don't like 2 out of 3 falls matches. They're so predictable.
Well, now, I'll be honest. Here's a little bit of a reason why I think they're trying to do something with that. For whatever reason,
normal match?
I think it's normal match and then tribal combat.
Who wins the normal match?
Roman Reigns.
So Rock wins the bloodline match.
The tribal combat.
Yeah. Or a bloodline.
But match. If we went by
we could replace the last one with the I quit. So you're going to take.
So Roman would win the I quit. So I would still stand by that if they do tribal combat.
So
Rock
it goes
wins.
1-1-1.
Because the Rock can whip them. Yeah, it goes Roman, Rock, Roman.
Okay.
Is how that would go. Rock would get the second pinfall. CM Punk versus Cena and Money in the Bank for a title. Well, if John Cena wins the belt at WrestleMania.
This could go into my theory, brother. And versus Ricky Saints for the AEW title that he has. With the big X
Punk
on it.
versus Ricky Saints for the AEW title with the black marked out. Ooh.
The unofficial world title. I don't think it's intellectually property of AEW anymore.
If he ever pulled that out on live TV, I would be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, honestly, that might be good promotion for them, which is the craziest part. So to recap, how do you feel my night 1 and night 2 cards looked? How crazy was I? How far was I off?
80% right. I could take or leave a few matches. this guy had some good points.
Stone had some great points. And I can't wait to see everybody else's comments as well on Reddit, Twitter, and, of course, over here on YouTube. Thank you guys for being tuned in. Hit that like, subscribe, comment. Tell me I look like Joe Dirt, whatever you need to do to feel better, because I always feel great when I'm tuned in live with y'all for a bonus episode of Bumps and Bruises to kick off a blessed, wonderful, beautiful, sleepless Saturday. Bro, the day he pulls that out on TV, the company's dead. I mean, to be honest,
that company's already on life support, so it ain't going to take much.
All you got to really do at this point is accidentally trip over the plug, and something bad, catastrophic can happen.
You want to know how bad it really is? Try to find tickets for the events right before they go live. See how much you can get a Revolution ticket for.
They're probably like, dude, we'll hold the door open. Like, you don't even got to pay. Like, in fact, here's a beer, here's a T-shirt. Go fucking sit fourth row.
We paid $100. Well, I paid $100, a little over $100.
I'm about to say, you did.
I paid a little over $100 for a great seat. That seat would probably cost me like $30.
Yeah, Death Rider story is not good. But Cope's trying to make the best of it. In fact, no pun intended, full pun intended, but Cope's trying to cope with it. But you see his face on Collision when that crowd made zero reaction. So old. Well, yeah, that company's aged him like 10 years and 2 years.
That guy's getting no sleep.
Yeah.
He's on a ledge, brother.
He's like, where's Danielson? And they're like, man, he can't even look to his left or right.
Yeah, they need to figure out. First off, they need to get rid of all the fucking talent that don't want to be there, so they can concentrate on the talent that wants to be there.
Boom. Let's riff. Let's shoot. 2 dudes shooting at the end of the day. I already went over my night 1 and night 2 cards. Let's shoot for a second, shall we? Why not? Fact. So, in fact, he's about to be the AEW World Champion, and who's he going to put over? The guy who's going to cash in on him. Who's the guy that's going to cash in on him? His best friend, Christian Cage. Whoa.
There, dude.
Whoa.
That's when a returning Luchasaurus comes out and takes back his contract that he won, dude. And he can't.
Luchasaurus. What a gimmick.
No, you can't fucking. You're going to have the guy barely in the business for 40 years carry your company. His best bet was not have Jon Moxley beat Bryan Danielson. Have some young upcomer beat him. I don't know who, but it wasn't fucking Jon Moxley.
I mean, you could have had Swerve retain. I don't know. Crazy thought. I mean, super over with the crowd. Sells merch. I know you hate it when I say it, but sells merch over with the crowd. Big following on Instagram. I mean, it's kind of right there.
Or you could have had Kenny Omega finish him.
Well, Kenny was hurt at the time.
Wait another 6 months.
Kenny Danielson one last time?
Yeah.
Based on what I know, though, Danielson's neck was hanging on by a thread.
Absolutely.
Because wifey, friend of the show, of course, listens to her podcast, the Garcia's podcast. Chat. Let's shoot on this fatal 4-way, because in the beginning at the Royal Rumble, I had Gunther versus Punk versus Whoa. Yeah, I do remember that, actually. Well, obviously now we got Gunther Jay. Jay goes over. It's so tricky because I feel like the chamber is going to say, I feel like by Monday I'm going to know how close I am or like how really far off I am, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if they swerve me in the chamber on like an unpredictable one that I didn't see coming, then I'm fucked. Like, then for real, I almost feel like I'll be fucked at that point.
Absolutely.
But on that note, can't wait to see what you guys think. Keep leaving your comments. Thank you, Stone, for being tuned in live in the Vampire Hours. Everybody for being tuned in live in the Vampire Hours. Hit that subscribe button. New merch available soon. Merch available now. Bumps and Bruises 2025 elimination predictions. Last night it is uploaded. You guys can find it after this. We got Pull Up a Chair episode 98 coming today before the Elimination Chamber. And we got Sleepless Red episode 233 coming Sunday night, where we'll be jamming soundtrack gems as we watch the Oscars, and I'm looking really forward to seeing what your guys' favorite soundtrack gems are and showing you guys what some of my favorite soundtrack gems are. And, of course, we got the must-plays. And to end this, I say thank you to Scotty Two Stone for pulling up a chair and joining us on this bonus episode of Bumps and Bruises.
My favorite soundtrack is Debbie Does Dallas.
Is it what?
Debbie Does Dallas.
Debbie Does Dallas?
Yes.
Debbie Does Dallas soundtrack for him. Pulp Fiction soundtrack for me. Keep the love high. You know where to keep the hate always real low. Wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, I love you, and remind yourselves of 3 things you're grateful for. Thank you to Scotty Two Stone for pulling up a chair once again with us on this bonus edition of Bumps and Bruises. And if you don't know, now you will. It is your host, El Tucatente, your ultimate sensei, your captain speaking. And until later today, tomorrow, tomato, potato, depending on what time zone you're in, peace. Love y'all. Wake up with a smile on. Pain.